All right, boys. The NHL Draft this week. We got the New York Islanders with the first overall pick, and the Sharks right there. Logan Couture in the back with the second overall pick. There's two players that everybody is talking about who could go in the top two slots. It's Matthew Schaffer and Michael Misa. And we got to do our own research a little bit. We got to watch these guys. We got to see if they're the real deal. Because at the end of the day, it only matters what we say.
Exactly.
Facts. We got to know
who cares about Craig Bunn? Who cares about Bob McKenzie? Who cares about the other guys?
Bob who?
You come to us, and we'll let you know. Real talk.
And if you're watching this, might as well let you know we will be streaming the draft next Friday, or on Friday, on TikTok, Twitch, even here on YouTube. Watch wherever you want. Join us, and check it out.
It might be a little bit unhinged. It might be unhinged.
It might be unhinged.
Big San Jose Shark fan Marv.
All right, let's get into it, boys. We're starting with Matthew Schaffer.
All right.
He's a six-minute highlight.
Back up top, Schaefer. McKenna wants it. He'll get it. He'll take it, and he scores.
Damn. That was quick.
No bad shot. That's McKenna, by the way.
He's on it back.
Well, Schaefer was supposed to play for Team Canada in the World Juniors, but he didn't get. Yeah, he got hurt. Yeah, which was a big loss because that team ended up.
Oh
wow.
We made moves there.
Yeah.
He's very silky.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good move.
The question is who does the New York Islanders take him, because they have a pretty good blue line.
Mind speed.
But they have two good forwards in Horvat and Barzal already.
I think you got to take it. You have to. Yeah, he's been like the top.
And he's captain material.
Exactly.
That's true.
Look at that. He's
look at that shot. Look at that.
He can watch the blue line perfectly.
Sure, it's Switzerland, and he's picking them apart. But still, he's out there.
I wonder if San Jose trades up for defense, because that's what they need more than anything, a defenseman, a young defensive prospect.
If you're San Jose, you have to.
You need someone
like him to
finally,
we're going to talk about
now you can start moving forward.
Yeah, you need to build that whole spine in your team.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, he's moving up. He can skate.
He can skate. He can move. He can do everything.
But I know watching the Islanders play here, the Islanders really try to trade Dobson and get something else, and then take him first overall.
That's not bad.
But
how old is Dobson?
Dobson's like 20. Yeah, he's young too. Adam Pellick is the other left-hand defenseman on the team, though. I think that's the guy who probably moved over.
Schaffer, the shot from the point.
And this kid
gets his first of the season.
If you're
and it's 1-0 Erie.
Yeah.
You have to. I think Chicago's also right. If you're San Jose, you have to try getting him.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way you're gonna you need a defenseman. You can't keep taking forward and just hoping the best out of it. He's not the captain of the team?
No, I think he's not the guy. He's not that.
He's not the guy.
He's not that guy. Yeah.
Getting this one back in the high slot. Schaefer.
Oh, he's playing against the other guy, isn't he?
Yeah, I think so. Damn.
Yeah, he's big. Yeah, he's gonna be starting.
I think he just need to put a bit more size on. Like, I think he's tall.
You gotta put him muscle.
No, 18, right?
He's 18. That's really 18.
I think if anything, the Islanders are going to take him, because Islanders, I think they're still in the mentality a little bit of winning, like trying to go down.
Yeah. I mean, Lou Lamoriello did get fired. That's the biggest thing, right? Remember?
Yeah, that's true.
So it could be new
that could be. And even if he's not Angel ready this year, you can easily put him down in the O.
Yeah.
Have another year development. Right? You're not in a massive. Like you're the Islanders. If you're going to try to make some moves, it's not like you're horrible. Right? You're still kind of
And they got lucky with this pick too, right? The draft lottery went their way.
You know one thing great about him is he can skate.
Yeah.
And that's the defense. That's all you need. Right?
Yeah.
Look at that. He got tripped and he still got the puck.
He's pretty unreal.
He looks like a better version of he's your high school.
Yeah. I think that's more offensive skill. Yeah. Oh, he gets a breakaway. He's got the block.
Oh,
he got moved too.
Oh, damn.
See, if that was any other defense, they would probably take a slot shot or a wrist shot. He didn't move.
He's skilled, man. Skilled defenseman.
What if his career turns out to be like, actually no, it'd be kind of the opposite. Like kind of opposite of Brett Burns. Like he's a defenseman, like maybe his skill set might be more.
You know why you should go after, even if like Misa, we're going to watch highlights in a bit, but I feel like having a defenseman who can move the puck and make offensive plays like this and be a play driver is huge for any team.
100%. Especially in the game. You're 100% in the game now. Like imagine like Like, you know, Florida, that's like one that's one thing they're missing. And they still want the puck. Imagine if they had someone that could move the puck like this guy.
They had Montour, right? Last year, he was pretty good at moving the puck. But then this guy looks like he's the lead at it.
Yeah. And it looks like his hockey IQ of like making plays.
Right? Just look at that pass.
Yeah.
His passing skills.
I mean, him and Dobson, like, I know you should trade him, but what if him and Dobson could be like a good, you know, top pairing on
Sutter,
Weber?
Weber?
Yeah.
They come in and they score. Matthew Schaefer.
could-
Or Yossi and Weber.
Yeah, or and that's why everybody on the team at the one point. Well, PK and Yossi.
Schaefer throws it on net.
If you want to get defensive, that's not who you want to.
Matthew Schaffer.
That's why I was divided as
Leading 4-2.
Echo? I don't know who's meant.
No, he wasn't.
Schmidt
For reasons.
off the wing.
Look at him, he's just driving play.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that Canada?
I think I think it was Canada. Yeah. I mean, it is Canada, but I don't know if it's
It's not one.
But the one thing from looking at offensive minded defensemen like Bouchard out there, you gotta hope they know how to play in their zone. Like they don't have to be a shutdown defenseman.
100%.
They just have to be responsible. Like that's one thing Bouchard lacks sometimes is responsibility. He's irresponsible, turning the puck over, not protecting at times, giving the puck to their team.
I've never seen a slap shot like Bouchard's after he set a goal and he has to stop the puck. You know, that's probably the best slap shot in the game.
Like, all these highlights are him offensively, but how is he defensively?
Yeah, that's a big question. We should have done deep dive on that.
But we know offensively he's good.
Yeah, offensively, he's got all the moves. He can skate.
That's what I'm telling you. You can probably be a forward. I'm telling you, you can be a forward. God damn.
Might put him the wing part, to be honest.
You might, if you're Chicago, you might take this guy and draft him. You might have to trade up and draft this guy and just put him with Bedard on the left wing.
He touches the puck. That is an incredible assist. Yeah, Malcolm
What a fucking
Spence
play.
finishing the job,
That's
some good
scoring the
Sullies, too.
goal,
Yeah.
putting the
nothing
Otters up
crazy,
by
but-
3, but it's all
And if Jordan was here, he would have been crying about the
Matthew.
Sullies. So this was cool to me. Oh, he was playing in this game, right?
I think he got hurt during the
Yeah.
like early on.
It's one of the first games that we watched it live.
Has taken center stage. Canada
Did
leads
you really do
1-0.
anything? Is that him? No, it's not him.
So he is.
There's defense right there.
Oh, not a bad play at all. Hey, that's offense, defense to offense right there for himself. The defense to offense a little bit there.
And the next pickpocket. What do you do?
As a Canadian, I selfishly do hope he, goes back and plays with Canada next year at the World Juniors. I
Oh,
wouldn't
he
be mad
has
at
He
that
has to.
at all.
I think he can.
I don't know if you guys have anything else to say about this guy.
I just think this is the perfect first overall pick for if you're looking for a defenseman.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the Islanders.
Perfect size.
Yeah.
Can skate. Can shoot the puck.
He's got the offensive.
Sure, he
ability.
doesn't know. He might not know how to play defense. We don't know that yet. But hey,
We're going to find out.
we're gonna find out. He's gonna find out real quick.
All right, Michael Misa. Now, if you're a Sharks fan, this is the guy you want to watch. You want to look for. He could be your top dog.
Damn.
You know, that was a good shot. You know, I was gonna say, what if what if him like making these moves kind of seem underwhelming now because we just saw defensemen make the same moves.
Yeah,
that
that's
he's
true.
making, right?
That's true.
That's
I
why
mean-
Schaefer's going first overall.
That's true. That's why we're saying we need a play driver from the back end, especially both these teams because they
I
both
think-
have good forwards. They just need a defenseman. So that's why if you're a Sharks fan, you'd want your team to trade up into the top, the first overall pick.
I think like you were saying in the first part of the video, Strategy, about how like you need a defenseman that moves the puck. I think that's you and Jyoti both said that, and I think that's why I think he's look at the shot. He's a great shot.
Yeah.
I just think that's just more valued now in the game than centerman.
Oh,
With a great shot.
Well, even look at like not to go back to like the Canuck view, right? But like look how long they've been like looking for offensive defensemen.
And they
right?
finally got one.
Finally got one, and
50
look
years
how,
later.
like it just brings up the entire franchise, and their offense is like that, right?
Yeah.
So like if you're the Islanders, yeah, if you're gonna keep Dobson, great. If not, at least you have like a backup plan with Schaefer, right?
See this guy, I would say he would be probably, in my opinion, he would be probably the perfect pick for Chicago.
Chicago.
Because you know why?
A winger.
You
be
winger, but not only that, you could play him center,
Yeah.
and you could push Bedard wing,
Sure.
and force Bedard. Because Bedard, like used to toss it this entire year, he's too small to be playing as centerman. He gets
Yeah.
bullied a lot. He gets picked on a lot. It's just, I think this guy, he's not. He's 6'1", right? I think so.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Yeah. So like, he takes the pressure off of Bedard. Oh, see, look, he's blocking shots. He does everything. He's the perfect guy. He could be the Jonathan Taves to Bedard's Patrick Kane.
A modern day Marion Hossa, some would say.
Who's the other comparison?
Tavares?
Tavares.
Yeah.
There it is.
He's got the amulet, I think.
He does got the skill to play down low and shit like that too.
100%.
He does.
So I
He
can see
can
that's
easily
why-
be more center than wing.
Yeah.
And then, honestly, even if you're San Jose and you take him, I think, what's Wilson? I think he's a winger, right?
Yeah.
So you're set, like, with those three right there. Sabrini, Wilson, and
Salbrini's also a winger, right? Or is he
He's
centerman?
centerman.
This guy, he could be.
This might be the perfect winger for him too.
Yeah, he could
I mean,
be.
you already have Will Smith. They already have great chemistry. You add another guy.
Yeah,
You can have a deadly line.
No shot and they score.
You know what? You shouldn't be focused on one line. You should be focused on building your like spine, like we've been saying. You know.
Yeah,
A
true.
clutch goal.
But you
New NHL Razor.
New NHL just
Yeah.
could do whatever that works.
Just get the pieces,
You get the
and
pieces,
then you
that's
figure
wrong.
out the puzzle.
You know, as long as whatever's best available, you should always go for that, in my opinion. If I was going to draft pick, you don't. Who cares about needs? You always trade for needs, right?
Oh,
This kid's got a good height.
Yeah,
he's got
it.
yeah.
Look at
Good
it.
man.
Look
Good
at it.
vision.
Selkie winner. Future
Good
Selkie
vision
winner right
too.
there.
Good vision. He finds the guy. Finds his teammate.
Josh Bloom, his backhanded pass to the front of the
Oh.
Yeah, he's got skill. He's got hand-eye.
The period at 6-2.
You're San Jose. You're be.
If you're San Jose
You're
and you
not
get
gonna
either of them, you're happy with either.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go around with the
100%.
If you go off the board, well then that's your fault.
That's on you. That's definitely on you.
Yeah.
It's wild to me when teams do go off the board, especially when you kind of see the two players what you're gonna get from them.
Yes.
Yeah.
It usually doesn't pay off. Like how often does it pay off for somebody?
And look at Montreal a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, that didn't pan out, right? When Phoenix had like a bunch of like random picks, that didn't pay off.
You know?
I mean, with Edmonton, sorry, not Edmonton, but Columbus taking Pierre-Luc Dubois when they took him for I think third or fourth overall.
Yeah.
Fourth overall,
Screwed
yeah.
everything up, right?
Yeah,
And look at it now. If you look at that was probably the worst draft pick they could have made.
for sure.
He plays for the Otters, right?
I think he had like an insane amount of points this year, right? And he was on a run.
134 or something.
He was on a crazy run to
Yeah.
end the season off. I mean, you might if you're it doesn't hurt to get him and put him by Salbrini if you're San Jose. You have two
Yeah.
elite offensive playmakers.
Or even Will Smith, right?
Yeah.
You were saying.
Will Smith too.
I think, I think, Siraj, you said in the Mitch Marner video about San Jose, you're probably 100% right about they don't need to worry about being that team next year.
Yeah.
They can still draft this guy, and then they probably won't be as great still, and they probably get another top pick for the 2026 draft, and
Yeah.
they could probably get another player then. So,
Exactly.
Gavin McKinnon.
Gavin, imagine that. Imagine that.
You stack up with everybody.
You stack up everybody. Stack forwards, no defense.
Yeah, you
Reminds
know.
you of the Edmonton Oilers.
So that does it for our reactions to these two guys. I think this year's draft is pretty stacked. It's gonna be a solid year. Not stacked. Sorry, it's not that draft. It's not that draft. This is the
We don't
first
know.
two picks. I feel like
It
the first two.
It could be that draft after
It
the end.
could, but I don't think it will because I like the first two picks. I think the first two picks have a lot of
Potential.
potential to be good players in the league. A top six at least, or top pairing defenseman and Schaefer. I think Schaefer is a home run first overall pick for sure.
100%. I agree.
You're lying
If
if you
you
take him.
flop the first overall pick and you take someone else, if you're New York Islanders, I think you're kind of doing yourself a disservice.
Yeah.
Because you don't need. Guess what? You don't need more centers, all right? Or slash
A
wingers.
forward. Yeah. Anyways, that does it for our video. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, and we'll see you in the next one.